Naturals, fresh energy golden dates, Coachella, California. These weigh 12 ounces or 340 grams. Grown in California, gluten-free, non-GMO. Okay. Now these I believe were manufactured in 2017, so these are fairly recent dates. Just 4 years old, almost. Now, the thing with dates is that they're meant to last forever. They're sort of nature's all-natural MRE, if you will, a good emergency source of food. And as you can see, we'll flip it around. We'll take a look at the nutritional ingredients here. Calories, 120 per serving. Serving is just, I don't know, a date or two. Now, they don't have a lot of iron, but they do have a lot of fiber, as you can see here. 14% per date, and a lot of potassium, which is really important when you're on the run. Now, I believe my brother found these in the back of a truck in Fort Bend. Their expiration date is pretty recent. It's just this year. 2/4/20, so February 4th, 2020. Still less than a year old. That's fresh to me. Now let's take a look at these, shall we? Alright, I'm going to take this lid off. Let's just make sure. I don't think I need a mask. Okay, now. So what do we got? Oh, there's 4. That's like a whole meal. Let's take a look. Hey Onyx, do you want one too? They're pretty good. As you can see here, they look like good, fresh dates. It's not like they've aged at all, really. There's a protective coating on the outside. And let's have a taste. They're chewy. Firm. And there's a nut in there. You can eat that if you need more energy. I don't recommend it. It's not actually edible by humans. But you can eat it, it'll fill you up. The texture is full of notes of caramel. You got some honey. Not bad. A little crunchy. I'm not used to a crunch with my dates, but they're pretty good. These are dates and not figs, right? Figs become dates. I'm not really sure. I just eat food that's expired. Okay. Oh, now there's like a more of a mouthfeel, sort of slippery, tingly sensation. Okay. Well, let's see how the rest of this meal is. They're really crunchy. Almost like these were like toffee-coated peanuts. I've had some great ones. There's a guy, Dump Truck Diver 69, sends me lots of good expired food. Look, it's scratchy. Ugh. These are interesting because they have a lot of expired parts, but they're still good. Dump Truck Diver 69 has let me know that sometimes when food isn't edible, that's just because you're not chewing enough. You introduce enough spit, you can eat almost anything. That's a seed. But again, if you're hungry, that's going to help you fill up more. It's like chewing gum. Why are you going to spit that gum out? It's still good. Okay. This is probably one of the best meals I've ever had. Just really solid. The scratchy parts really help you appreciate the parts that still have moisture. And again, these notes of honey and some sort of like a sort of flavor. I don't know. It's like when your dad drinks coffee, you know, and he talks right directly to you. It's sort of that flavor. Really familiar flavor. I like it. One more. I gotta say, the best part about eating these expired rations, like the stuff that my brother gets when he's on the road as a truck driver, we've always had a complicated relationship. He said that he was going to try and kill me, but that was when we were kids. He found out that I love eating expired food, and he sends me expired food from all over the country. He's not Dump Truck Diver 69. That's a different guy. My brother's handle is Pontiac Fiero Lover 78. Oh. You know, it's interesting. There's a little bit of mold on the inside of these, but only near the seeds. And honestly, mold's where penicillin comes from. And I've had some good penicillin. That's the myth about a lot of expired food, is that it's really bad for you. In fact, it really helps to boost your immune system. Oh, man. I gotta say, one of the best I've ever eaten. 9 out of 10. Just those expired dates, I mean, they filled me right up. Oh, I can barely feel my tongue. Really good. Golden dates. Fantastic. Thank you. Hello, and welcome to Star Time, or Jagged Orbit, or the Stupid Brunch Show, or whatever the hell it's called now. Okay, good. I switched the thing. So, welcome, Miranda and Sarah, and actually, Miranda and Sarah.
Thanks for getting the names right.
Oh, yeah. Two excellent guests who are returning to help us celebrate the new year.
That's right.
How are you both doing tonight?
Yep. Well, I'm on West Coast time, and I have about 4.5 more hours of 2020, so it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well.
Excellent.
Yeah, just trying to stay in one place, not plug anything in or unplug anything or eat anything expired, because it could probably all go wrong.
You don't want to tempt fate this year.
True. Yeah, I'm feeling good, but if I die in an hour, Jasmine can take over. She's seen me do this all the time, so no. When actually
The
she's
stream must go on.
Oh yeah, and she's actually. Are you ready? Oh, she's been ready. All right. So speaking of lots of things happening, I'm afraid to move around and stuff, but I'm going to have to for this. And folks on the chat, if we start to echo or you don't hear someone, let us know, because there's a lot going on with all these scene transitions tonight. We're doing a lot of things I haven't done before with the studio software. So, oh yeah, people are very happy that I'm still alive. I'm glad they're happy I'm still alive in stream. Enjoying the content. And yeah, Mel says eating the dates gives you enough energy to eat another date. Very true. Just enough. Oh yeah, we got Mel, we got Cheese God, we got Chris and Skylar in the chat. We got lots of good folks all coming out. This is great. We're also on Twitch. For Twitch people, there's going to be a game played later, and we're going to make sure Bobby gets home. Going home. Oh, Jason got, yeah, Cheese God said he wasn't happy. He didn't say he was happy that I was alive. And that's fair. But someone that may or may not be happy that I'm around is about to do some cooking, and we're going to switch over to Jasmine's intro to for the new year, where we may need to learn how to cook with less resources. Jasmine?
Hey, Dave.
Hi.
Hi. I guess I should just get started. So as a year closes and a new year begins, it's tradition around the world to cap it off with a meal to just start things off on the right foot, you know, and have things go well. But seeing as 2020 didn't get its shit right, we have to think on those terms. First, and I didn't mean to get a little personal here, again, with the year closing and a new one starting, I do have to give tribute to somebody who helped me get through a lot of the hard times, because it was really hard. We were stuck in this house and it was really scary, but somebody helped me get through it. It was bourbon. So we're going to start off with that first. New year. Thank you. Let's start with an appetizer, shall we? Now, let's talk about the ingredients. Seeing as 2020 was shit, I'm going to be using leftover McDonald's. And I should note, I only spent like about $20, at least under 21, you know, 2021. So, I'm starting off with 2 McRib fillets that I procured. And I'm going to start with that as the appetizer. I chose the McRib because people technically will consume pork as a good luck thing, because I forget why. No, it symbolizes wealth. But again, thanks to 2020 being really awesome, we have to think about what's realistic, right? So I'm going to start off with 2 of these guys, and I'm just going to chop them up as best as I can. I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of winging this, and what I've decided to do is do pork spring rolls. Now, you're probably wondering, how is that going to happen? I'm wondering that too, but we're going to do it together. Okay. I'm just chopping them up. It kind of doesn't matter because the pork has already been cooked. Fun fact, the McRib was actually a concoction of like a 5-star Michelin chef and the guy who invented meat slime.
Not a joke, that's a real term, right? Meat slime.
Yeah, meat slime. He actually invented this, and this was actually the first little foray into that. He was trying to come up with an alternative to beef, because at the time, I think it was the 70s or something like that, people weren't eating a lot of red meat. So this was their way of like, oh, we should give an alternative. The fish fillet, which you can see a little later, didn't do as well. So this was their alternative. Thus bringing us the McRib. All right, that seems as good as it's gonna get. I've got onion in there already. I've got my pan. I'm gonna heat this up. I'm gonna wash my hands because I'm not gonna eat or just lick whatever that sauce is made of. Obviously I'm gonna need some oil, which I have procured. And hopefully it doesn't take too long to heat up. I don't think it will though. Right? In all seriousness though, I do have a better beverage to start off with. Where is that? Oh. Gotta have something fancy. I've got Molson, Canada's champagne of beers, so I thought I'd have that. Dave actually turned me on to that.
I actually preferred Labatt's Blue.
Oh, of
course you did.
Nice.
Moosehead's probably the best, but whatever.
Which one?
Moosehead.
They didn't have
What
it.
about Kilkenny?
Did they have Kilkenny?
I did not check. That's a new one to me, actually. I only had a choice between that and Labatt's.
That might be like a Western Canada thing.
Now I'm curious, and I'm gonna try to find it. What else am I gonna add? So since I'm doing spring rolls, I'm gonna add some carrots and some chopped ginger as well.
Okay.
I had the lovely individuals at McDonald's add extra onion to this, so I didn't have to chop any more. And they won't charge you for extra onions. Pro tip, if you want to save money on onions, because Lord knows we're going to probably have to start doing that.
From my experience in working at Burger King, if you want a fresh burger every time, just ask for your burger without mustard or one topping you're not fond of, and then they have to make it fresh and not pull it from the heater.
Ooh.
Another fun fact, if you ask for your french fries without fries at McDonald's, they have to do the same thing. See, I know things.
When people came through and ordered fries with no salt at Wendy's at like 11 p.m., yeah, that was rude. I didn't like it.
Oh yeah, murder crew.
Just in the middle of it. That's fine.
When that happened to us, our manager would just put a whole bag in and say, "All right, everyone, here's your treat for the night." That was the good
Good
manager.
time. Hell yeah.
That was the good manager. Let's see if this is hot enough. Probably not.
So what you doing there?
Checking to see if it's hot enough.
How can you
I
tell?
have just waiting for it to sizzle. It's not sizzling, that's my fault, but I didn't want to set a fire in the house, so I had to wait. I guess while this is heating up, I should prep the second part of my dish.
The joy of electric burners.
I know, I kind of wish
Not
we had.
induction.
It's still new to me. I'm still getting used to it. It's something I've learned to accept.
I'm very sorry.
It's actually not that bad. It's actually starting to go pretty quickly. So I was complaining.
Do you want me to
about
put my
that.
entire hand in to test it?
Yeah, actually, if you could do that really quick. Okay. You win. David and I like to play Ocean Chicken sometimes. He always wins.
Remember, never
Anyway.
test the oil with your bare hand.
Yeah, honestly, you should. Why not, kids? It's a good idea. Actually, it's starting to sizzle.
You'll learn
God.
something.
G.I. Joe.
I agree.
Oh man.
While this is heating up, I'll go through and rundown what I'm going to make for David and us on our special New Year's feast. We're going to have pork-ish, because I don't know what else they put in the McRib. Pork-ish spring rolls for our...
Orcish is a character from the Lord of the Rings.
No, actually, isn't that Dragon Ball?
Oh,
Yes, that's oolong.
Thank you. And then for the main course, we're gonna have a fish pie, aka the fish fillets.
Ooh.
And then for dessert, I'm gonna do creme brulee, if you can believe that, with a McDonald's sundae. It can happen. I made sure it was under $21. I am gonna use stuff from my house, so I don't know if this really counts, but whatever. I just thought it would be a fun idea, something to do while David does his other stuff. So I've got my ginger and I've got my carrot. This is gonna be the filling. I've decided just now, as we're doing this, I'm gonna add garlic. I don't know, it just seemed like a good idea at the time, as in the time right now. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there. Easy peasy. While this is going, I'm gonna boil my water for the spring roll wrap. I'm using the kind that you would normally use for Vietnamese fresh spring rolls. I don't have the traditional Chinese ones because I didn't plan that far ahead. Let's see how far I can take this, because I'm already getting kind of grossed out with how this beef looks. I mean, pork. Yay! Repurposed McDonald's.
You're braver than the troops, and by the troops I mean the
Meat? Yeah, I feel that way, honestly, right now. Oh, I forgot I already took out all the ingredients because I was trying to plan ahead. I'm going to add a little bit of sesame oil, because why not? I'm also going to add a bit of soy sauce, but I got to be careful because I know the main ingredient to all McDonald's foods is sodium. So be careful.
Yep.
Heart disease is real.
And it's fabulous.
Is it?
It's a little joke for the 90s
I also
kids.
decided to be fun. What else I got in here? Fish fillet. You're supposed to add cabbage. They didn't have cabbage. I was gonna add lettuce from the fish fillet, but then I was like, no, it's gonna be. It's already bad enough that I'm gonna be eating whatever this is.
You have to draw the line somewhere.
I know. You know, this is the first time it's ever happened where I've like cooked something or started to cook something and automatically just no longer am hungry.
Oh.
So, I mean, kidding. It's gonna be delicious, David. Just wait and see.
I need to wash down those dates. They're starting to jumble up in my tummy.
Oh, I promise you, that's probably gonna happen for you today.
Do I have to sleep in the shed?
You have to sleep in the shed? You should sleep in the shed?
Should I sleep in the shed tonight?
I'll let you sleep in the shed.
I don't want to.
Gonna get ready to start cooking those spring rolls. You're supposed to have like a nice inch of oil, but I'm not gonna waste a lot of oil for something that I'm pretty sure is gonna like make us sick. I mean, make us feel weird. It's not gonna make us sick. Use this time to taste what I've created. To see if the flavor has gone anywhere. So here we go. There's still some of the barbecue sauce on it. I didn't tell them to not put it on there.
Oh.
They probably thought you were lying, because nobody wants a McRib without lots of sauce to cover up the rancid taste of the tender, succulent
How can
meat.
that not taste like anything? Do I have COVID? Or is it just that bad? I mean, I can smell it, so I don't have COVID. I'm gonna add more of this. For sure.
R.I.P. that congressman that didn't want to wear a mask.
I'm definitely getting more of that.
For real though, was he an anti-masker? That makes me feel
Oh
better.
yeah, totally was.
Is
Jesus.
it wrong that I laughed a little bit?
No,
You know
dude,
what?
I
I
laughed when
thought-
Trump got COVID.
Oh my god,
that
that
was
was the
so
greatest champagne of the year.
That was-
under fruition.
If 2020 gave us nothing else, at least it gave us that.
I don't want to go out like Stan. Don't want to go out like Stan.
Oh yeah, that's that was
Here's
definitely
hoping 2020
icing.
goes out like Stan.
Yeah, this is not. This is fine. This is fine. That's what I think of what I just made, and that's all you can fucking ask for. But again, like I said, this is 2020. It's getting what it deserves right now. It smells good, but I think what's freaking me out right now is like the scientists that created this meat.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'd like to add Chris mentions in chat. The congressman said, quote, "We need to learn in a COVID world," end quote. Yes, he didn't learn.
Or maybe he
Wow.
learned the ultimate lesson.
He met
really
his
did.
reward in heaven, so who's laughing now?
We can just wish him back. It's fine.
Okay, taking that off the heat because this doesn't really need a lot of cooking. The pork has been cooked. Getting my boiling water out for the spring roll.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's see what happens, because I don't know what's going to happen. Make sure nothing gets burnt, although I don't even know if I would notice at this point, because let's be honest. Little dip. You don't want it too much. Yeah, that's more than enough. Am I off the screen? I'm a little bit. I can't really go onto the stove. That's my bad.
Camera me in there.
Probably not to be good doing this as it's still cooking, but whatever. This is 2020 and nothing really went according to plan. Did anything
Sure
go
that
according
is.
to plan? We had a pandemic. Guy from like Blink-182 helped us figure out things about aliens. It's basically just like a burrito, people.
Where there was a SETI signal that they're still confused about.
Really?
It just came from
really?
Proxima Centauri. Yeah. Yeah,
They're like, hey guys, never mind.
It's kind of that, but it's also it's extremely strange, and it is like something we could, if we really got our shit together, we could figure out a way to visit. It's very funny.
That's so funny. Aliens come and we can't talk to them because, whoops, we fucked up.
There's a great old sci-fi story where the aliens, there's people in, a base in Antarctica, and they're monitoring for radio signals, and they pick up a SETI signal. Mm-hmm. And they figure out that the way that the signal's going is the civilization indicating its collapse, and an alert to not do the following things. And while they're sending the alert, they get blacked out because of nuclear war began on Earth, and they're just like, they kind of put it together when that happens, and they're transmitting nuclear the periodic table up to the nuclear to the nuclear elements or whatever. Very fun.
This whole thing I'm doing looked better in my head. Now that I'm doing it, I'm not into it.
Oh,
it looks fine. What they
does it though?
Well, maybe once it's fried, it'll look even better.
This is true.
Once you mix your labor with something, you add value to it, and
that's right.
That's Marxism or something.
That's right.
Oh my god. Let's see.
You can buy a rib and then make it into a spring roll.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
Jasmine, you have to fry it so you can capture the full surplus value of your labor. Otherwise, won't you just be alienated from it if you're not happy?
That's a very
with the
good
product
point.
of your labors.
Such a good point.
I'm sorry, that's all the marks I know. I'm done. No.
The chopping, the frying.
That's more than I know. Shit.
It's sad because
I'm
you
really
read a
sad
shitload
because
of
I
it
thought I took out
in
all
college.
pickles, so one of these will have
We read a shitload of it in
that to
college.
happen.
Well, maybe.
College was 45 years ago. I don't know about you all, but
It's a while ago.
College,
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Literally 20 years ago.
All right, so it looks like we get 2 each for our appetizers, Dave. I hope you are willing to put this in your mouth.
You just saw what I did earlier, so yes.
Yeah, shit, this is gonna be chez panisse as far as you're concerned. All right.
relationship.
I told him not to do it, but he insisted.
A series of escalating food-related dares.
Seriously, though. All right, let's see what happens. I don't know. I've never fried these before. Normally, I do fresh spring rolls because why not? I hope it doesn't break up as I do it.
Which one are you frying in?
Huh?
Which pan are you gonna fry in? Ooh.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. I'm scared. But it's clearly ready to go.
It's next to the flammable bourbon.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Cool. We got insurance.
Ugh.
I think I can probably put multiple, but I probably won't. I'm gonna get this reusable towel. Mop it up.
Ooh.
And it's done. It smells
It just smells
like
great.
food. It smells like this is fine for us to eat.
It smells so good.
That's
Audible
really
there.
This could be actually a very interesting metaphor for 2020 if this is we actually produce something edible.
I'd just like to say thank you for coming into our home this evening. You may notice that we don't have enough storage units in the house yet.
It's already starting to break apart. So this might be a spring roll.
Ooh, it's a salad. Just like the omelet I made that wasn't coherent at all and was really scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most shameful omelet I've ever made.
It was still edible.
Which is probably what this will be. Probably just put it on a plate. I don't even think saving it in the grease is going to save it. So the instructions say on the carton that you can do this, but no, you can't.
You can't do that. So these will be spring rolls, even worse than what I imagined it would be.
I can't wait.
There we go. There's our appetizer. Yay!
This is still better than anything that Epic Mealtime made and consumed.
Honestly, yeah, that's not really a high bar at this point.
Remember
Use
those
this
days?
time to think about the mistakes you've made and prepare your dipping sauce.
One time
Jordan
when I was-
can't-
Sour.
Jordan can't be in the chat right now because he's watching it on the smart TV, and he just said, "This is maniacal." So.
Yeah, honestly, it is. It really is. All right,
Wait.
David, come and eat this.
Should I get the ASMR sounds in the mic?
No, I don't think
I've never
it's gonna
been
be
so
any
grateful
better.
for video.
Okay, I gotta see if we get the.
Yeah, I should have gotten the egg roll like wraps, but let's be honest, I was trying to keep it under a certain price, and we don't have those. Let's taste it.
Had worse.
Mm-hmm.
There was one time my mom made a bunch of like tacos when my friends came over and we were in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone got sick and threw up, but I didn't. This is a little better than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yay! Honestly, yeah.
Actually, I want another bite. I'm hungry.
That says a lot. Hunger is the best spice, y'all. Because I'll eat another one. It just tastes like meat in a wrapped up thing. Have you ever seen Two Girls, One Cup? I bet you could probably watch that and not puke, but watch this and puke.
Oh, shouts out Tom Osborne in the chat.
Oh, what's that?
Also, this is the thing is it's like a bunch of flavors that you don't associate, flavors and textures that you do not associate with each other in the roll. It's very weird.
Tastes and textures that you don't associate with food. But I'm gonna give this
My
fuck it, I don't
mouth
even know.
feels so
But honestly, if
greasy.
2020 was a food, it would be that. Also, my cat is here when he should.
Oh, hi, Kitty.
Oh,
there
right
it
on.
is.
I know. Honestly,
Hey, little pal.
Aren't you a beautiful lad? Where are you?
now
He probably
How
wants
to
to help
cook
you
cat.
eat that pork.
he
Mm-hmm.
probably honestly
Aw.
could. And I wouldn't even give this to you, baby. I wouldn't give this to you. I'm gonna put this over the side. Honestly, officially, the cat has had a better meal than we have because I gave him a little tuna fillet from Fancy Feast. Well, I'm glad that we could all experience that, if that's something you can say about anything. Now it's time for the main. Let's get that over with.
What's the main course?
The main.
Dear Lord, I didn't realize this was just the appetizer.
Oh, of course.
What if we don't?
Full course meal.
Dear Lord,
I thought you knew. Aren't you excited?
what
Watch
next?
me heat the oven to 450.
Okay.
Because I have to do that. So I had a pan here I was going to cook in, and it's missing.
Where's the?
It's the
Dave,
deep
you're
one
having
that
a
I love.
gourmet fix meal. It's the New Year's Eve experience of 2020.
I mean, yeah. Let's be honest.
True.
You too can work culinary miracles such as this with a graduate degree in culinary arts from Boston
This
University.
is less of a
Boston
miracle
University.
and more of
Not
an
the worst thing about
abomination.
Boston.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do instead.
That's the third
Yeah.
worst city in America, I believe.
Whoa.
Whatever.
It's worse than Boston. Are we talking? Is Bakersfield in the running? Because Boston.
I'm gonna say there is more vomit in the streets than dog shit in Boston.
Yeah, of course there
and-
is. Because people just drink all the time. What the fuck is wrong? I mean, not that I'm not drinking right now, but my God, that town.
I mean, the
It's
thing is,
awful.
that's the thing. There's a reason we're drinking right now. It's New Year's. For them, it's like Friday.
Or Tuesday.
Or Tuesday.
noon.
Or any day. Really.
Yeah.
Mm.
I just want to say,
Speaking of any day,
Tom in the chat
I'm
said
gonna
I
heat
should.
up my pan and get out some butter.
Tom said that we should have made a Hemingway to wash down that delicious spring roll. For those who don't know what a
What's a
Hemingway
Hemingway?
is, it was invented at St. John's, actually, on the Santa Fe campus, and it is as a glass half full of
No.
bacon grease and the other half full of whiskey. And then you mix it, and then you drink it, and then you have to drink 5 glasses of water because it's the saltiest thing ever. Don't do it. I didn't actually drink that, but I watched people do it. And it was my fault. But
The
It
more
was
you know.
your fault that they drank it? Like, did you make
Because
it for them?
because I invented the fake cult called Grandpa's House of Pete. That was all about drinking, inventing and drinking bizarre drinks. And they took it to the next level. And that's when I knew I needed to retire from cult leadership.
Dave, can you take our son?
Good point.
Can you take our son? Sorry, not to interrupt, but our son is like suddenly interested in everything I'm doing.
Hi,
Oh.
baby
She
boy.
is.
My mom is in the
Cool.
chat. Hi, Mom.
Yay!
Who's our sweet boy? Sweet boy.
Aw. Hey, Dave, what's your cat's name?
His name is.
It is Onyx.
Onyx.
Onyx, and
What a
he's a
fine
very
name
sweet
for a
lad.
fine cat. He seems very sweet. Look at that. Look at that sweet angel. My goodness.
Yep. Hi, baby boy.
How old is Onyx?
About
An
a
adult?
year. hmm
Ah.
He's about a year and some change old, and we've now hit the point in the relationship where I'll open the door and he just looks outside and doesn't want to go out. It may also be because it's
Wow.
20 degrees outside.
They call that Stockholm syndrome.
True.
Butter. It's taking a long time.
Oh, my
though. I don't
brother's
know
in the
how
chat too. Hi, brother.
Aw, that's cool. That's cool.
Chat's bumping tonight. This is great.
This watching Butterbelt is very similar to 2020, as it's just like we're watching our lives melt away, just like this butter, and it's taking a long time.
What other, for our guests, what other culinary disasters have you participated in?
Yeah, this is pretty bad, guys. I'm sorry, but you know what? No, I'm not
Yeah.
sorry. This is what 2020
Don't be
deserves.
sorry.
This is actually like the nicest thing I could have done for 2020. The fact that I did anything is really nice for 2020.
I tried to make some dried black beans today after checking the expiration date, which was 2017.
Nice.
That works.
Because we're like, we're
Oh
like
my God.
quarantining for a couple days more, and the grocery people just kind of like don't give you certain things, and they send you a receipt that's like, "Hey, the store didn't have any chicken or cheese," which seems hard to believe, but whatever. Like, we're all doing our best, so we had to be creative, and so 4-year-old beans.
Wow.
I'd cook them.
Ooh.
They didn't seem to work out well though. Too old.
They're still boiling. It's been like 10 hours. I don't know. I don't know the fate of those beans. I'll update.
Oh,
I'll up.
Jordan has a final update, which are they are burned into the pan now. Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
The
God.
best beans.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering, I'm just sauteing a bit of onions and like carrots. I'm also adding garlic again because why not?
Sure.
What are you gonna do with the onions and carrots and garlic, Jasmine?
We're making a fish pie.
We're making a fish pie.
Yeah. Did you know that McDonald's apparently has fish?
So I've got the fillet of fish, which is if I have to eat at McDonald's, that's what I eat.
Ooh, fireworks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm gonna chop this up for a little bit later. This is gonna be the last thing that goes into it. Thank you. It's good to have assistance.
The
This knife is not
fish
appropriate for that.
sandwich at Wendy's is made of cod.
Really?
This is
Or at least it
McDonald's,
was
so
in
it is
2003.
fish-like.
Justin, what's this one made out of?
McDonald's fish.
But aren't the fillet of fish like the ones that most closely resemble the like muscle texture of an animal rather than being some kind of slurry?
It's actually kind of flaky.
Yeah, I'm cutting it up. I've never had a fillet of fish before because I don't. Why would I eat that at McDonald's? I mean, I know people do.
Oh.
There are people that like actually crave it and enjoy it, and I respect them. But to them, I ask, have you not heard of Long John Silver's? Because they exist.
Oh, I miss Long John Silver's. Those hush puppies.
Yeah, those
my
are pretty
memory, my memory of Long John Silver's is located in a time where I think my gastrointestinal system was a lot more resilient. So.
Oh
Yeah.
I happen to
I
have some
revisit
fresh
it now. Probably not.
Sorry.
All right, so folks in the chat are talking about what the main fish is in the McFish or the filet of fish.
Ooh, do they
Oh,
know?
don't tell me. I want to be surprised.
Oh yeah, Jordan mentions that the filet of fish is Trump's favorite sandwich. And it is. He has one of those and a Big Mac every day, or 2 of
Ew.
each.
I've
yeah.
added time into
Picture
this
health.
pie, just so y'all know,
Was the
because
Fast Food
we
Summit
pissed
this year?
away a lot of time.
That
Due to
was
COVID.
last year.
That was last year. Oh yeah, because I was coming back from Europe on a plane, and I was like seeing this on my, Twitter, and I was just like, welcome back to America. Our president had a big feast of pizza and burgers for the sports winners.
It was
USA.
the happiest day of that man's life. That's the only time I've ever seen true joy radiate off of him in a picture.
So many highs and lows for that man that we've been able to witness. It's amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of highs and lows, who wants to hear about the regional variations in the filet of fish?
Oh, I do.
From Wikipedia, the only source of knowledge, the fish used for the filet of fish patty in various markets is as follows: the United States, as of May 2020, so we don't know what we're eating now. Battered fried fish fillet made from pollock. The Republic of Ireland, as of October 2019, it is either hoki, or Alaska pollock. The UK, as of May 2020, contains white hoki or pollock fish and crispy breadcrumbs. Good thing they're not mushy. And in New Zealand, it's hoki or hoki. I've never heard of that before. There we go.
How do you spell
Does not
that?
seem real.
Not tilapia, apparently, unless hoki is a name for tilapia. Ooh, it's a hake fish. It feeds on squids. Pretty cool. Okay.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah.
I'm adding more butter
It's a tough fish.
because I think this will actually save the dish. Probably not, but whatever. I don't care.
Save the dish.
Save the dish. Honestly, these animals, I'm going to say it right now, died for nothing. I feel bad for them. Like, you gave your life to be in, like, a cardboard box.
I shouldn't laugh.
I know.
True.
But again, 2020, if that's what happens
Yep.
to you, really, is that, like, the worst you could have had?
Not bad for 2020.
Not bad for 2020. Alright, that butter looks like it's done its job. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons. I know it looks like I'm not measuring, and you're right. This is a tablespoon or more. I don't know. It's not like it matters. And this is going to do a kind of roux thing, I guess. I don't know. This is one of the times when I'm cooking where it's like I know certain things happen, things mix together, and then science, and then it's going to taste okay. I'm going to add more flour because that feels right. I'm pretty sure that's still 2 tablespoons.
The crazy part about this year is I just graduated high school a few months ago.
Whoa.
What?
For sure, man. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Really?
crazy year. Got my license, moved to Maryland, New Mexico, back to Maryland,
Milk.
California, New York. Crazy
A
year.
little bit of time, folks.
How long were you in New Mexico, Dave?
It's about 9-10 months for school. I would have stayed longer, but I actually had a job in Maryland. Otherwise, I would have probably tried to get a job there. Though there was that weird lingering thing when I lived in Santa Fe, I'd look around at night and I'd be like, I don't know if there's too many people live here. It's very dry. Feels weird. I think it's just because we went and toured those ancient dwellings and everyone was talking about how they had like famine issues or something. And that stayed with me the entire time I was there.
Yeah, like which ancient dwellings even? Because we went to a couple and every time it was the interpretive panel would be like, and they disappeared due to a violent drought that like ruined their economy and culture.
The Anasazi by Los Alamos is the one I went to and climbed up the big rickety ladder, which seems insane that they let you do that. It's like, go up this like weird narrow ladder, like just it goes up like 90 feet. Have fun, don't die. Like,
Yep,
really?
it's great.
It's wild. It's like the Great Salt Lake like driving area where it's like you get off and it's like, don't die, have fun. I won't help you.
That's like Bureau of Land Management vibes on NPS land. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Yep. Do whatever you want.
Here's the place
Just
to
don't
shoot.
leave litter.
And then there are signs next to the parking area that says like, hey, don't shoot like at people in cars.
There's really a thing to not shoot at people in cars?
You can't shoot at people in cars? Who says?
Cars are like armor.
I mean, you can, but they don't want you to. Yeah.
Bummer.
Maybe it's left over from Obama's America.
So many rules.
I think I'm ready to do my topping. Can I do my topping, Dave?
What's the topic?
I'm gonna. So there's gonna be a potato topping on this fish pie.
Oh.
Do you know where I got the potatoes from? I got it from McDonald's. Guess what form they're in right now.
Are they French fries?
Oh, of course. It came with the meat. That's how you save money. I'm gonna put all of these fries into a immersion. No, not immersion blender. Whatever my is it immersion blender? Oh, whatever. The choppy thing. It's going to the choppy thing, y'all.
Slap chop?
Oh yes. Question in chat. Yes, I will be eating all of this.
You're gonna have to, because I've gone through quite a lot of trouble. Get your oven-proof ramekins out.
It's very funny. We have the cheapest cabinets right now, but Jasmine's very nice choice of
Like this. If you don't have oven-safe ramekins, you're an adult.
I have little tiny ones without handles that I use for cat food. Is that okay?
That works.
Creme brulee before I got divorced. After the divorce, fancy feast.
Funny you should mention creme brulee.
All right. What? Oh yeah. Where's my my magical bag of McDonald's? Here are the fries.
When did you guys order the McDonald's? Like when did you do the drive to the
Several
run
hours
like ago? Okay. Not that it would be. I don't know. The shelf life on McDonald's is like minuscule, right? Like
it was about noon, so 9 hours ago.
Heavy whipping cream.
Oh God.
It's fine. You eat fries at the bottom of the seat of your car, every day. I go in there daily for snacks.
Take my word for it.
Sometimes
I am
there's a whole
blending
lemon on the
this
seat. Right.
with some butter and whipping cream. I don't think it's in the shot. I think that's fine, right?
Did you get the whipping cream at McDonald's?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They have that at McDonald's.
You could
have gotten the little creamers. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
When Jasmine was a
They
little
were
girl,
very kind.
she thought that the creamers you got at a diner were milk for children. And she took it as a sign of class.
Complimentary milk for children, Dave. Complimentary.
Well, it's small, like a child. It makes
Exactly. Ooh, this is going to be really noisy.
No, not too bad.
Very fucks people up.
It
Not
does.
too bad. It won't be too bad.
Ever since I turned 30, I can't. No more ice cream for me. Very sad.
Butter.
Oh no, that's such a tragedy.
What's a tragedy?
Not
No
really.
ice
I don't
cream.
miss it, but yeah.
My sister's taking a dairy break to see if it helps with her breastfeeding situation with her child.
Oh.
Which is confusing because, like, the baby's eating milk, but if the milk contains milk, it could upset his stomach. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not a scientist or a mother, clearly.
This
Same.
Jasmine actually has lactose intolerance,
Hopefully I will
and she swears
never
by
be
this
either.
stuff. This stuff here.
That's
Oh
good stuff.
no!
And get the.
Are you adding the mix?
I should.
Oh
I wonder if this will work.
Ooh. That's awesome.
no! Wait, is that just like Pepto they're adding here?
This is heavy whipping cream.
Oh,
There we go.
okay, this is a digestive advantage going straight into the.
Honestly, it should. Got it. Are you worried about this? Probably.
No, that's
That's
fine.
all I'm doing. Oh, that's definitely enough. Got it, baby. All right, that's the topping, folks. Let's take a look. Yeah, that'll work.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It's real food.
It's real food.
Look at my Play-Doh.
Oh, hungry.
It's hard for me to get it off with that. Thank you. Lovely assistant.
I'm helping.
You really are, honestly. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to leave that
Oh,
here.
by the way, 2021, C-Lab's happening soon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We're now in
Did
the
anything
future.
else happen? Did anything else happen in
2021?
2021 that we should know about? Like,
There's C-Lab?
Yeah.
I don't know, 2021. Let's see, we had 2010.
yeah. There's
2010
2001.
was the sequel to 2001, and then we had, and then 2025? Or is it 2525 is that song in the year?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we
Oh,
got
yeah.
another 500 years for that one. But wait, wasn't Back to the Future set in 2020? Or was that a couple years ago? Was it 2015? Oh,
2015, and that's when we met, what's his name? The stoner comedian. He was hosting a showing at...
Doug Benson.
Doug Benson was
Doug
hosting it, and
Benson.
Jasmine bumped into Doug Benson smoking weed outside of the event space. before
Which
we
is
went to
such a
watch the
weird
movie with
thing,
him.
like very out
It
of
was very
character
fun.
for him.
Oh, and yes, Ali points out, yeah, MF Doom, R.I.P. He apparently died on Halloween.
Oh,
of this year,
yeah.
and we just found out.
Yeah.
07. MS Doom.
So sad. So sad.
I remember a
Man.
car trip I took across the country from Santa Fe to Annapolis and back with Joe Shepard. Remember Joe? He had one tape, and it was MF Doom Apartment 223. Very hungry. It's great.
Whoa.
album. Oh, and Deltron 3030. Honestly, two great
So
albums
good.
back to back.
Respect.
Ooh. And yes, Anna says hi. Hi. They're watching on their television.
The cat is back because, of course,
Oh, should
Ooh.
he always
So,
sends to
so
come
Jasmine,
out at a
how thick is the layer of potato topping? that you're
thicker than
putting
I
on
would
there?
like, because that's more we'll have to eat. Again,
It looks
this is
sculptural.
just. I'm definitely winging this. If y'all didn't know, I'm also realizing like people who do cooking shows and they're like doing it on like camera for like people to eat. Of course, they also have like a secondary one where I'm like, and we have it finished right here. Now I know that that's important.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna buy that much McDonald's to make a point. It's not gonna cover the whole thing. That's fine because who cares? Not me. I'm just gonna let this bake at some point.
I just want to mention I have a coworker who used to set up infomercials, and she set up the Orange Glow
Whoa.
commercials many a time, and it blew my mind of something I should have known, obviously, but didn't, which was all the dirt's fake.
Yeah.
Of course.
They spray the dirt on, and then they wipe it with the Orange Glow. It's not
What
real
is
dirt.
fake dirt made of?
I don't know, but apparently easy to wipe off and clean with Orange Glow.
Okay.
R.I.P. Billy Mays.
We lost a real one a
Died
few
of-
years ago.
Oh yeah.
I think that's as good
Oh
as
yeah,
it's gonna
Ali
go.
mentioning, shout out to Deltron 2020 for the best song about a virus. Also very 2020, which is very true.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Matt asking, do they not know that real dirt is free? It is free, but it doesn't scam people as well in the television environment. So, you know, apparently it's too dirty. And Jasmine, how's the, what's the next step? Whoa, I guess you have to drink like that if you're going to cook this sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was, come on, it was a little, but yeah. I put it in the oven at 450 for 20 minutes, question mark? Maybe 30. Let's move on to the dessert. Did you think I'd be using something not McDonald's?
The ice cream machine was actually working? Or we having pie?
Wait, what did you say?
Can
Ice
someone
cream
explain
machine.
this ice cream machine thing? Because I only saw one tweet referencing them not working, but I didn't know this was like an issue nationwide.
It was something that always happened
I'm like
to me.
very cool with the people at my local McDonald's, and they were like, "Girl, we got you." And I was like, "Thank you." No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm lucky. I mean, it's dairy country out here, so there's like some sort of law that says they have to have it.
I think it's just something like they ran out of the mix and they just tell people the machine's broken or something. Because I
Yeah.
happened to us at Burger King in the 90s all the time. No, sorry, we don't have it. And it was just because like we just didn't get enough. We were always in like low supplied and stuff. By the way, that's when I found out what is the sauce is in Big King, which is just the big tub of Thousand Island dressing at the store. Because one day the manager gave me $20 and said, "We're out of King sauce. Go to Price Chopper. Here's $20. Buy the big tub. Bring it back. Thousand Island dressing." Like that's all it is. Like.
Inside
The
stuff
best topping
would be
for a
awesome.
burger, like objectively.
It's not bad. Not
Yeah.
bad.
The key to the Frosty machine is you get in at like 10 a.m. and you're doing your prep work and you like push the button on the Frosty machine and it's this like bag of dairy that's brownish. I guess they have a vanilla version now, but who cares? And you press the button and yeah, nobody gets a Frosty until like 3 p.m. depending
Wow.
on when you like remembered to press the button. Because it needs to like churn and freeze. And when they say they're out of Frosties at like 11, it's because they are tired and they cleaned the Frosty machine, which is like a good thing. That means you should come back tomorrow and get a clean Frosty, you know? But if they're giving you Frosties at midnight, that's because they are not cleaning that machine. So
That's really good. Wait, so my precious midnight ice cream is
Very good to know.
gonna do bad things to my
Yeah.
insides.
the next day's ice cream would.
Oh.
But you may reasonably like come to the conclusion that this represents a larger pattern of slovenliness for that particular franchise.
One time a kid fried a rat in the fry machine before he emptied the oil.
Ooh.
No, come on. Ew.
That was Burger
Whoa.
King though, not Wendy's. Burger King will fry anything for $1. That's the secret menu. You drive up and you can just like throw them something. Like, do me right. That's the Burger King way.
Wow.
I hate that.
There was the Burger King near our old place in Richmond, and it was the most magical realism Burger King of all time because you could go in and
Ooh.
ask for a Whopper meal, and then you'd come out with like a Big Mac and a slice of pizza. And you would be like, how did this happen? Like, I mean, you'd think I'm exaggerating, but one time Jasmine came back from getting a breakfast croissants at Burger King, and she said, "They just gave me a nug of weed." And I was like, "Wow, really?" And she was like, "No. But you believed me, didn't you?" And I did.
Yeah.
We had, which is funny from having worked at Burger King. That was the most, very many
I
like
finished
mixed
my
recipes.
dessert.
I'll zoom in.
Yeah, what's that?
It's ice cream with an egg yolk in it. I'm gonna double boil it, and it's gonna
Okay.
be a creme brulee.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, can you pass it to me? Oh,
Don't drink
it's the white balance is very high. So
it. So I'm gonna
look at this masterpiece.
That's
It's
probably gonna be the
beautiful.
only edible thing I make tonight, honestly. Just think about it. It's the same stuff that you put in a creme brulee, right? Ice cream has cream in it, milk, sugar. All I gotta do is add the egg. Legally, that's creme brulee.
Oh, that's why the white balance is off. There we go.
So I cannot cook the creme brulee right now because I'm cooking the fish. And again, this isn't like a real production or whatever. So we can't do the magic that is TV.
So we might end up having this food, say, at the end of the numbers discussion, or the number stations, or
Oh.
maybe while Bobby is going home.
Probably.
Ooh, and we have half an hour left before the new year for the East Coast.
Wow. So I did my part. This is the 3-course meal. You got the egg rolls, right?
That was the appetizer. We got the main course of a fish pie with potatoes and whatever. And we'll just wait until that cooks. And then creme brulee later.
All right.
And
Nice.
we'll wash it down with the champagne of beers also.
Which you also got at McDonald's.
I did, but that's because I'm friends with Abigail, who hooked me up. She's watching.
Shouts out Abigail.
I didn't even pay for this. She just gave it to me.
Don't worry, we got the Messina PD knows not to look in the back of your trunk tomorrow. Yeah, she's up to some good stuff. All right, so with that, shall we move on? Is there any other things you'd like to present, or are we set for the moment?
I'm just gonna apologize to anybody who actually does. No one's gonna do this. I did what I set out to do, so I'm proud of myself. I started, I finished. Again, who knows what next year is gonna hold. If 2021 can figure its shit out, it'll have a better meal with like real food for humans to eat. But until then, bone apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth. All right. Thank
I
you,
did it.
Jasmine.
Thank you for indulging me with that great segment. Peace out.
Boy, I'm hungry. I don't know about everyone here. Mm-mm.
Definitely not.
I'm gonna have to eat it because what else am I gonna do?
There was, oh wow, Matt says there's a place in Brooklyn that would fry anything for $1 for real. I got a Cadbury
For
egg
real?
fried. Tom, who was in chat earlier, we got very drunk at a party in college, and we got a fryer in the hall of the dorm, and we fried everything, and it was all good.
We'll do that at Butter and SF.
Oh, Butter and SF does it too?
Bisquick on hand for that kind of thing.
Oh, would you
You
like to
dip
join
things
us?
in Bisquick and then
Mhm.
fry it.
It gets battered.
Mm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Well, we're now concluding our segment of cooking, an important part of New Year's. And now that we've drank and eaten, and we're all loosey goosey, it's time to talk weird shit. And we're gonna switch. We have switched bodies, and we'll switch these. There we go.
There
Oh,
we go.
We got to put Miranda in her studio space.
thank
here.
you so
Right.
much. Yeah.
There we go. So Miranda, you're going to tell us about number stations, and I have it queued up for whenever you want. Just let me know to play the hits.
Yeah. Maybe let's start with Cherry Ripe and play like a minute of it.
Okay. I'll turn off the background music and the Cherry Ripe. It's about a minute and 30 seconds, so let's.
Just play the whole thing then.
1, 2, 3, 4. I would say I am new to this part, so 1 second. Music. Do. Where's my audio? There we go. All right. Oh, 1 second. 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's the next one. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Okay.
All right.
So the
Number
first one was
station.
Cherry Ripe Orgel? Or
Yeah,
IR
they all have
dial?
that ended. I don't know why. All right. So I knew this would happen. I'm like this much through a 1 liter bottle of wine while I explain this. Number stations are a thing I learned about probably from Art Bell, because that's like where you learn about all good things as a creepy
Oh, yeah.
teen. Pre-teen even. And basically I'm trying to remember if like as a teen when I was introduced to them, we knew what they were about. I think we did. Like the whole spy angle.
They
I
were
think
in
we
like Twin Peaks and X-Files. They mentioned them too.
Yeah, because they're just like undeniably creepy, right? Like if you've heard that, you don't know what they are yet. You're like, like what the fuck? It's like staticky, weird thing. So anyway, they are stations that come over shortwave radio, I believe, like ham radio. It's usually, there's some kind of prelude, which is typically music, like you heard there with Cherry Ripe, or a phrase. There's one we'll hear later where someone just says attention over and over in Spanish. There's one famously called the gong station that just plays a gong like several times. And then it plays a number. That's why they're called number stations. So someone will say like 3, 5, 2, or something like that. And it'll be usually in like a child's voice, super creepy, or a woman's voice, or it'll be like pitch shifted and modulated in some way to make it like extra weird sounding. And then it'll be groups of numbers. So they'll be like 3, 6, 8, 4, 5, 7. And then they'll just repeat that several times. And then they'll close with the opener. Or they'll sign off with the end. And there's like this big internet archive thing called the Coherence project. And it's called that because there are some number stations in Czech that end with a word that sounded to them like Coherence. And it means like end. And that's like the 30 of journalism. Or they end in music, or they end in whatever 0 is in that language. And so basically the idea of these, like people were hearing these from World War I to even, I think, present day. There's a website
all the way back to
tells
World
you-
War One. I thought this was like a Cold War thing. That's nuts.
Like they were highly active in the Cold War for reasons I'll get into in a little bit later. But yeah, they started as far back as World War One. But basically, it's like a spy thing, which is kind of cool and interesting because they sound super creepy and random. And people would just be like hobbyist ham radio operators, and they would turn into, you know, whatever frequency. And at like midnight, 11, 1, 2, you know, like whatever time, they would hear this thing that sounded like regular and had a pattern but made no sense, like had like a creepy folk song or something playing, and then these like women or children's voices saying strings of numbers that made no sense. So the way it works is, and this is like documented from like a lawsuit or something, like all good things are eventually come to light through like our litigious society. So it came to light through the Atención one, which was actually like based in Cuba, and I have audio of that. I don't know like how long is the Atención one?
It's about 3 minutes, so you can just start talking whenever you want. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Oh, playlist. I wish you would show me the full playlist. It's very funny. I'm like just trying to count which one's which here. All right, go back.
So the idea was like, you're a spy in the field. Even, you know, during the Cold War and even earlier, it was crazy suspicious to have like a giant antenna on your roof, to have a laptop or a computer even today.
Yeah.
Which is why they're still kind of in use today. Though in a more limited sense, and they kind of really fell off after the Cold War and fell off even more after like 2009 for some reason. This is supposed to be like mathematically an unbreakable code. And the way it is you have something called a one-time pad. So the transmitter and the receiver, I'm not going to explain this right, have these pads of paper, and each, you know, has a page for the day. So it's like the pad for December 31st, 2020. And then you get to that pad, there's a transmission, and it says, okay, this is the pad, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then it's giving you a series of numbers or letters. You write them down. And then the pad you have, you can add or subtract based on the numbers that you have on that pad. And then you can create a message. And it's unbreakable because there's no kind of algorithm you can apply. It's completely random. You have to use a random number generator. There's all these like stipulations to make it like mathematically sound that I didn't quite understand, even though I was like on the Wikipedia until like 2 a.m. But basically, it's just something that's like bizarrely like super out in the open. People are recording these and being like, oh, how weird and interesting, and playing them, putting them on CDs, putting them on vinyl, sampling them in music in the 90s and on TV shows. And they are like spy messages that really like worked for a long time. And the one that they broke in Cuba, the Atención one, was because they like actually found an apartment with the one-time pad in it and made a copy of the one-time pad and then used that to decode it.
And
So if you have the one-time pad, then you have the key. So like KGB agents would have like one that was like the size of a walnut, and then they had to have like a special kind of like magnifying glass thing. But the idea is all plausible deniability, right? It's like, well, I have a little piece of paper, you can burn it, and some of them were made of like especially flammable paper. And you have a shortwave radio, which is, I guess, a like random hobbyist thing that's not too suspicious. I don't know. And you have a pen and some paper, and you're like a super spy code breaker. You don't need any super cool computer stuff. But when the average person listens to it, they're super creepy sounding and really cool.
Oh, yeah. Especially like middle of the night, like just hear this.
Yeah. So I sent Dave a couple examples. I don't even have them queued up. The Atención one was the one that got decoded. That's one people can triangulate too if you have enough like ham radio operators. They can figure out where the broadcast is coming from, and this one is like from Cuba.
Where spy stuff still happens. Spy stuff still happens everywhere, really. This is all recorded by some enthusiast, like with all their equipment, like your equipment behind you.
Yeah, all this stuff. Yeah, there's a very thorough website, at least one, that like triangulates where they're from. Will tell you what kind of wavelength and what time to listen to certain broadcasts. Because the other thing is, there's one I think I sent you. I'm not sure. Called the Buzzer. That one's one of my favorites.
The Buzzer. Is it?
The Buzzer. Maybe I took that one off because it's not actually interesting to listen to. But the idea with the Buzzer is that it's just this continuous buzzing noise. It just goes bzzz, and it's been going since the early 80s. And once in a great while, it will stop and do some numbers and letters in Russian, and then start buzzing again. And people's theory on this, although other people say it's been debunked in that way that you're like, well, who debunked it, why, whatever, is that it's a kill switch. Like if that buzzer ever stops, that means something really bad has happened, and spies everywhere have to be like, you know, mobilized to do some certain thing. And that's why it's just been buzzing my entire life.
Wow. Oh, so the buzz is good.
Yeah, so when you hit this one station and it sounds sort of like white noise, but it kind of modulates every few minutes or so. It's on a regular schedule. That's how you know that things are going well.
It's Homer Simpson's "Everything is okay" alarm.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! So people got into this. They figured out one number station. Did they figure out? They didn't figure out all of them. There was just the one. They got the one pad.
No, it's just the one. You have to have the one-time pad, or it doesn't really work. Like you can't really figure it out. But people can record them and listen to them, and they're just kind of interesting as just kind of like unmoored from meaning. You know, they're things that we know mean something, but we don't know what they mean. And the messages that were decoded, like one of the ones from Atención was like, Happy International Women's Day. Like literally that was the message they were sending to all their spies. So it's less creepy when you know what the meaning is. It's more creepy when you don't. But my favorite thing is to just kind of like listen to some of them. Swedish Rhapsody is a good one. I think I sent you to.
Yep, that is the first one.
15
Yeah.
Not this shit.
So this one was operated from the 50s until 1998. It went off the air.
Ooh.
It's got something that.
Because that was when I went to school, and I remember internet at school in '98, and they were like a number station off the. And it was like an internet thing.
Yeah.
The Friends.com website with sightings at the time.
They happen with such regularity, you know, every Friday or something, you know, like every Tuesday at 10 a.m. So when one goes off the air, and a ton of them weirdly went off the air in December 2009, I believe.
Mhm.
And I don't know enough about like Russian politics to know why that might be meaningful.
Were they mostly in Russian, the ones that went off in 2009, or were they mostly being broadcast from Russia?
It's a technology that like the KGB used a ton.
Okay.
And Cuba used, a fair amount as well, but Americans do. MI6, I think, is responsible for Lincolnshire Proshire, which I think I sent Dave to. There's a cool one I want to talk about called. Yeah.
Oh, I had something I pulled up because that date sounded familiar to me because I'm like a big, weird, like I'm not a ham, but I'm turning into the broadcast UHF TV dork. I just like seeing what I can pull in, and one of the weird things is in 2009, that's when the DTV transition started. Like analog stations got cut off, and digital just got turned on. Maybe something it's just something might interfere or something. Even though that's shortwave, it shouldn't. There's still weird conflicts.
No, it makes sense because there are certain stations at a certain time of day. Part of the way they can figure out who might be responsible for it, like which intelligence agency or which agents it's for, is like, oh, during the day, this bandwidth works really well in North America, but not so well in Europe or something like that. So like just things with weather and space that I don't understand, like have a lot to do with like how people trace back who's responsible for these stations.
Yeah, hams get really into it. Like they monitor like sunspots and all that, and check with people to check in on their favorite other hams, and and also obviously the signal stations.
Yeah, the Lincolnshire Poster one. I don't know if you're playing that because I can't hear it myself. But
yes.
Okay, that was
like
the one.
The bells.
Yeah, that one's like the most famous one. Like if you Google number station, that's the first one you'll hear. It's like super creepy to me. People triangulate them and then they nickname them based on whatever the tone is or the voice or what they're saying. And so that's, it's like an old English folk song or something. So it's called the Lincolnshire Poster Station. That's been broadcasting from Cyprus from the 70s, and then that stopped in 2008. And that was, people were pretty sure that was MI6, like James Bond.
That makes sense. A lot of shit going on in Cyprus around that time.
Yeah. And then another of my favorites, I don't think I sent it to you, but there was a station during a coup attempt in Moscow, I think in the 90s, that went off the air. Oh, nice. So that was one that was just doing regular, like, weird number station stuff. And then during this coup attempt for 2 days, all it did was a woman was just saying the number 5 in Russian over and over and over and over again.
Number 5. Let's boost it. I think that was definitely in a sample of something I heard. But yeah,
so that's something that's like a kill switch, right? It's like if you turn into the station to see like, hey, what are my instructions for this week? And you just hear someone like 5, 5, 5, 5. You're like, oh fuck! Like there's some other protocol that gets like done.
You put the laptop in the shredder. Walk away.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Just like 3 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, so I just think it's really cool, like low tech solution to a kind of super high tech sort of world that we live in. And the fact that we can hide mysteries in plain sight, I think it's just really cool. And just listening to them is super creepy, even when, maybe especially when, you know that it's about like international spycraft. So, yeah.
It's awesome. It's sort of like when you see someone like, I remember in late 90s, saw this a lot with people with the email signatures, PGP key. Like that's kind of their version of the hash. But that's their number station, and then their secret thing on their computer is their tablet, basically. Yeah. What are some other, like, there's like, they hid messages in pictures. Too, that was like a thing. I remember it was something, but I think it was mostly internet related, like secret messages embedded into JPEGs and GIFs.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what that was called. That was another kind of in plain sight, but it's sort of obscured by a bunch of shit kind of thing. Not nearly as creepy as number stations, though.
Yeah, there are some stations now that do some kind of burst of noise that can be interpreted by laptops or whatever as like data.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Like a analog modem sort of deal.
Yeah. And there was one in the Albuquerque area near like Laguna Pueblo that would just play bits of Yosemite Sam.
What?
Yeah, and it was called Yosemite
Wow.
Sam. And then it would do some kind of like horrible noise that was actually interpretable somehow as information. And then apparently with like, a key on the agent's computer or whatever. But then people triangulated it and then went there and tried to take pictures, and a security guard was like, hey, get the fuck out of here. And then like the next day the station went off the air forever.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So there are a lot of like Reddit threads where people are like, well, this is a solved mystery and this is actually a drug ring. And other people who are like, this is not solved. I don't know what you're talking about. It's very exciting if you're prone to insomnia.
Speaking of exciting, we have a new development.
I don't know
Jasmine?
if this
Do we?
is exciting. We have to eat.
Which
Fish
one is
pie!
This is the fish pie. It actually
All
smells
right.
really good, but I didn't know what was in it. I'd be excited.
Hmm.
It's way too hot to eat right now. It's like lava, but once we'll be able to tuck in
Fish lava.
it together.
Perhaps while we're
Fish
playing,
lava.
Bobby is going home.
Fish
Fish
lava.
lava. Delicious.
I have to say,
No.
like smell
Don't put that near me. I don't trust it.
What?
It's scary.
it. Why is it scary?
I don't know.
Smell it and look at it and
'Cause
tell me
it's-
that that's edible.
Oh, that's edible.
Really?
Yeah.
It's real food.
It's real food.
It's very much like a fish pie, but not actually a fish pie. Can't tell because I decided smartly to get a green.
Yeah. So we just see the
Ooh.
pie.
Just
See
the
that
pie.
the potatoes kind of crisp up a little bit.
Mhm.
I
Good.
didn't know any better. This is actual food.
Probably could.
Probably could.
Well, we opened tonight's festivities with Dave eating really ancient dates, so I don't know if he'll be trusted.
Yeah, like when I was in school, everyone complained about the food except me, because I'm like, this is delicious. But again, Mom,
Yeah,
like bad tacos. And Mom is probably going to watch this later. Sorry, Mom. You can protest later. She will say that I am exaggerating and I am a liar.
Yeah, but I knew Dave when he was 19. I'm not saying it was anybody's fault, but he would eat things that, yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to leave that?
You're gonna
That's
leave
been out
that?
all
You
day.
remember that
Yeah,
time?
it's not growing anything.
Remember that time we went to Sparrow's and then we went to see Dungeons and Dragons the movie? And like you ate so much food at Sparrow's, it was terrifying.
The 19-year-old me, fencing and rowing, too.
Yeah.
And running.
Just
And
hungry all the
130
time.
pounds and 6'1".
I know.
And eat. I
Yeah,
must
you had a
eat.
lot.
Wow.
you tore
Oh,
up
yeah,
that
we're all
buffet
eating-
for real.
I was definitely in the crew munching shitloads of mini thins at that point too.
Oh,
Shouts
That's
out to
like a
mini
lot, dude.
thins, keeping truckers on the road. Until recently, their bullshit new flavor. Boo! Without the precursor to methamphetamine. That is some bullshit.
Dude, Dave, we should talk about this sometime off air, but my dad is a trucker now. He like retired and then became a trucker.
Oh wow! Tell them that those mini thins are not to be trusted. They're not the same
I
as
don't
the original stuff.
He's very proud that on his like runs he spends $0, and this is the way he put it to me: $0.00 on food.
oh
How
wow.
does he? Oh no.
He does just
Pack
like
it all
meal
up?
prep, and then I guess his truck has like a microwave and a refrigerator.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
honestly the best way you can go, because truck stops are not healthy
Yeah.
For real.
at all. No,
So, like-
Sarah, remember when we tried to find broccoli on the road? We
Wait,
drove
was that
across
the
country.
road trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, and it was like 3 days in, and I was like, God, I need a vegetable. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like,
Like
just like
the
anything.
most angry request for a vegetable. Like, we need some.
Oh, I
fucking
was so
broccoli.
cranky. I was so cranky. I think we like maybe like got some iceberg lettuce at like a sad Midwestern taco joint. I don't even know. It was a bad situation. Yeah.
Sarah, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Lodi, California.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say
So-
like Midwest and vegetable, like they grow a lot there, but we don't eat them.
Yeah. No, I'm from California, so I just kind of expect there to be vegetables all the time, and I get really sad if there aren't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
funny thing here in New
Anyway.
York State. Everyone's like it must be so much more expensive in California for everything. Like produce was actually pretty cheap. That was grocery store cheap. That was great. I did enjoy the produce because it is not like I'm in Yellowknife spending $8 on an orange or something. But
Oh
like,
God.
Avocados, A exist and B are cheap. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Steak.
Yeah. Even up in
Oh.
Oregon, avocados are like sad, hard to find, $2 each. It's really
Really?
sad. Yeah. No, it's
$2
we're
is
far
still
north up
cheaper.
here.
Like growing up, avocado was like a $4 or $5 treat, and then no one knew what to do with it.
Jesus.
Oh.
Do you eat it like an apple? Oh no.
Yeah,
But yeah.
basically.
Speaking of eating, how's that treating you?
I would.
Okay.
Drum roll. How much
Oh.
time do we have?
We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I might as well. Honestly, I could have put this in my.
All right, let's see
Looking
it.
forward to it. But you know what? I
Right.
made a mess. Now I'm gonna eat it. The thing that's getting me through this is I know that people have had it
Ooh.
worse. For example, the actresses the girl one's cup. So let's see.
Or the people that have to eat Rachel Ray's cooking.
Ooh, hey. It's fair.
By the way, very funny search on Twitter. Rachel Ray, thick with 2 C's. Very funny.
Okay, I'll check that out later.
I'll check it out right about now. Actually, what
I'm
the?
gonna ring in you with that one.
The Achewood Rachel Ray arc is one of my favorites of all time.
Oh,
I
it's a
didn't
good
put
one.
salt in this because I was using. I had added salt to this. Actually,
Oh, and
this is
Really?
actually fine. It kind of reminds me of airline food.
Good
Like
pe-
if I was
Uh-huh.
like 3,000 up in the air, and then this would probably taste better because I have no other option. It's great. It's fine.
oh, 2020 development. Airlines trying to sell their food to people.
It's just Qantas.
Like to be like, don't you? No, another one did too. Apparently, a British one. They're like,
I
don't you
didn't
miss
get
our
it.
food? And everyone's like, no,
No.
no. You can buy it for home, like a eat at home meal prep thing. No. Anyway.
It's fine. It tastes like definitely.
I can't eat it yet. I gotta wait. I'm a big baby and I have to. I'm literally the guy in Clerks who's like, you have to. There's no ice. You gotta drink this coffee hot. I'm that guy. I'm baby. Oh shit! Chris is looking for the Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray, thick as some. I can't.
Rachel Ray
it's in
has
the
a
chat.
cheeseburger salad, and part of the cheeseburger salad, patties of, and it actually looks
What?
really, really cute. Remember that it's a cheese.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Rachel Ray, thick as some of the shit she be cooking. Okay, we got a minute left. So thank you.
Alright.
We can return to number stations in a sec, but we got to switch to our countdown here.
Hey.
Jasmine, you want to join us in the countdown chair?
Yeah,
Because here we are, everyone.
We're fine.
Here.
We're
indeed.
fine. We've attended a wonderful party with all these nice people. Look at all these strangers that have come here. You've got
It's all
24
very
seconds.
normal. It's not backwards Latin. It's all good.
Very normal and very good. So this is for the East Coast, everyone.
Very legal.
Very normal and very legal. And with that, we take with the legalist president of all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Happy Countdown Year! Yay! It's 2021, everyone! Yay!
Happy New Year.
We made it! Hooray!
We're still alive.
Congratulations! We're now in a new year for it to go bad. Hopefully not as bad as last year.
My biggest fear is that 20.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case. Could be the weird date. Price cheap. But other than that,
But
So
anyway,
wait. This is it. We're in 2021 right now.
yeah.
Let's tell
Right
the
now.
West Coast.
Yeah, let us
Yes.
know.
It feels like my tummy hurts.
That's my fault. Let's not put that on 20.
Baby's tum tums.
So you're talking to us, and if you think about it right now, we're coming to you.
Damn, there's some
You
strong
are.
opinions about Sonic in the chat. Sonic gotta get a Best Picture nom. If he doesn't, 2021 gonna be worse than 2020.
I feel bad.
That
'cause
was so many people's last movie in a theater. It was almost mine. I was just
Wow.
like, well, I bored that's playing. I don't know.
What
It's
used
a
to be
disaster.
Sonic,
Oof.
First Cow, and Wonder Woman 84.
Mine was my last one was almost a Rise of Skywalker. Thank God it wasn't.
I
It
think
was
mine
Oh
Parasite.
wow.
Skywalker.
I
Oh,
actually went
nice.
out with
Okay.
classy. I'm like,
Very
shit.
Very
That might
nice.
have been mine too. I don't know.
Jim Carrey, Best Actor, Robotnik. Boy.
Oh god.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
I just at 2020 Super Bowl. I'm gonna aim low. How
Yeah.
is it? Be honest.
I can't taste a thing.
So he has Corona. I'm kidding. Honestly, that's exactly what more do you expect from in the
Yeah.
future in 20?
Amazing. Well, we're getting close to the end.
Can't
But-
believe this is.
Oh, Allie had to. We got. Oh, someone had Uncut Gems.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
Uncut
yeah,
Gems,
that's a
Rise
good
of
one.
Skywalker, a Parasite. Uncut Gems is
Mhm.
great. You know what? I went with my buddy to go to the theater that day, and it was like Uncut Gems or Rise of Skywalker. And
Ooh.
I was like, I don't know. And I was actually hoping you'd be like, yeah, let's do Uncut Gems, because I kind of wanted to do that instead. And he was like, you know, I haven't seen that. I should probably see it. So and I'm like, okay.
Oh.
So I saw Rise of Skywalker the whole time because I'd seen it already earlier. My brain was firing off like, none of this makes sense. This is obviously a last minute rewrite. This is definitely an insert by an executive. And then we left, and then Jasmine called and was like, "Did you fucking see this shit?" Remember, you apparently saw it independently of me at the same time. Yes, and we're very upset.
Damn, I don't remember that. It was like 5 years.
Wow.
Oh, Chris
Yeah.
asked Miranda, did you watch Uncut Gems at our place? In Chris's place?
I don't think so. The first time I saw it like 3 times in theaters, I think, which is insane.
Oh, wow.
Because at the time, I felt like the harrowing drama is something I needed to seek out in media and not something that would be constantly coming at me through like the New York Times, you know?
I just want to feel tense and sick for a couple hours.
Yeah. So in 2019, I was in LA and it was like limited release there, I think. And I got one of those like, it was like a real, you know, Hollywood La La Land movie going experience where they give you like a thing to fill out at the end. It's like, how did this movie make you feel? Yeah. And I was just like, sad face, happy face, like, and then I'm walking out and I'm like, I saw it with my friend Betty, who I've known since we were like 6 years old or whatever, but she like went to NYU film school. She like knows what she's talking about. And I'm like, we're like walking out and I'm like holding my breath, like, I really hope she like says her opinion about this movie first. Cause like, I don't know if I'm going to be like, right about how I felt about the movie that starts in Adam Sandler's colon.
It is always nice when like Betty says she likes a thing that I also like. I'm like, oh, phew, yes, exactly. Me, I also like that because I'm also a smart and good of my taste.
Our source
And
for
not,
correct
like,
opinions
mainlining
was
complete
Betty.
garbage 90% of the time outside of anyone's review. Well, the thing
and then I think I saw it at the movie theater like 2 more times. I don't remember who I dragged to it. I feel like I saw it with Chris and Kevin, but not at their house. Am I wrong? I don't know.
They were
chat
asking
can
you,
sound-
so. Oh, and someone asked, was Cats this year? that was the end of last year. I'm pretty sure that was Christmas 2019. But then again, that puts it in Rise of Skywalker territory, because you can have a movie released December and then you see it in January, which is what happened to me.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, it's the LA release and then bleeds over.
Yeah.
We watched Cats in November or something, and it was like it was tough. It was tough.
Cats was so traumatizing to me that I've blocked it from my
You
mind.
saw it?
And when I saw, just the commercials were scary enough. When I saw Skylar's comment, it was Cats this year. I just assumed it was because
Ooh.
we both have cats.
Portrait of
And
a
it
Lady on
was-
Fire. That's a good one too.
Cats
Oh,
for
hey.
us. That is actually.
I watched like 3 minutes of that and then turned it off.
As it goes. That's for me.
Too
That's
slow.
definitely what I call my 10 p.m. CBC on Saturday night movies, which is where I got my film education. That was Highway 61, for example. Or I'm like, or watching it on the French channel, which would be like at 11 at night, and also have more nudity because CBC allows nudity. I would learn French, which is very funny because that is when I found out about the many fun movies, and very disturbing movies that I would watch because I saw a naked person, and then I ended up getting dragged into like deep, dark, depressing French exploration of a failed marriage and murder or something.
That's how they get you.
It's great
It
and
is.
really effective.
They flash a
Movies-
titty in the first 15 minutes, and then they're slicing up eyeballs 20 minutes later. It's really
Yeah, for real.
no. Really, did they like show?
Is with the
really well?
institution of marriage as well.
There's like a lot of weird stuff. It was like even in the 90s, they would just have like just straight up like everything. It was just uncut, not like after like 10 or 11 on the Quebecois stations. Yeah, it was kind of wild. Yay! Is that Oprah?
Who's your kitty?
Yeah, she's not happy. This is
Hi,
Oprah.
Oprah.
I'm
Wow.
excited to grab
I
Onyx,
love-
but he is having his own time tonight. I don't want to bother his vibe.
I love that that's your cat not happy. If I picked up my cat, like, you would be seeing blood, like, running down my arms within minutes.
Yeah, she drew blood earlier today, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's
Let me
she's
see.
been
Oh,
sated.
We trimmed our cat's nails. Maybe I can get away with it.
No.
Oh yeah, you gotta start early with the nail trimming. They have to learn that they do not have dignity. You are the one in charge of their dignity.
We paid someone to do it. And,
Yes.
Too
and
late.
I couldn't do
Ooh.
it. I didn't have the balls to do
Oh.
it myself. And we took him to a groomer that did it for $7. It took 2 hours. I
Wow.
felt really bad. It was the first time I ever felt like a
Wow.
very high-end mother, though. It was like I was trying to get my child into a special school, and the kid was like, "Oh, he never does this. It's so weird. He's actually very gifted." That I had that moment at a pet salon.
Wow.
It was
And
very-
I don't want to experience it again.
It was
And
also
afterwards, we got McDonald's. I felt bad.
it was so great. Like, yeah. Apparently now have to be the one that takes the cat to the vet next time. So I will be trying that.
I did 2 of the bad things. I took him to the vet, and I took him to get his nails trimmed. He now sees me as the bad guy.
Yeah, you got to balance it out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my partner will not take my cat. It's not our cat. It's my cat to the vet,
Oh.
or like pet him or talk to him or anything like. Sometimes he says hello, but that's about it. They had a falling out early on.
Aw. Oh no! What
Yeah,
happened?
but well, so the cat is named Pascal. My life partner is named Brian.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
a
I think we
douche.
can show Onyx.
Show on it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think he's gonna move.
Oh, hi Onyx.
Right behind Dave, if you move
buddy.
slightly.
Aw.
He's right there.
Aw.
Yeah.
He's blending
There.
into the green screen.
The little nugget.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I see. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, he's so snuggly.
By
Yeah,
the way,
my cat's not
gaming
like
chair, Papasan, incredible discovery by Jasmine. You just lie back, tilt the monitor
Really?
down, and oh my god,
Wait. Is this
It's
for
very
like
indulgent.
console or PC games?
PC.
Really?
Jasmine has become a PC
Okay.
gamer. That's how depressing her life has become in this past year.
What kind of games you play, Jasmine?
Since we're playing games and chatting, that's why I put on Bobby is going home. We're gonna
Dave
get Bobby
and
home
Yeah.
to bring in the new year.
Dave and I have very
Yay.
different gaming styles and different gaming interests. I've gotten full into the Bethesda experience, Skyrim and Fallout. And then before
Ooh.
that, I was doing Dragon Age, which between the two, Dragon Age was my favorite. I'll probably replay that at some point. And who knows, maybe I'll redo Fallout because I'm still experiencing it. Yeah, I very much like RPGs, and then he really likes games that are boring and not very aesthetically pleasing.
Well, that was
like this
Bobby
one?
is going home, not thrilling. There's a bat. It almost hit me.
It's not just that. There are plenty others that I'm like, yawn.
I mean, I'm pretty much like playing like No Man's
This is
Sky
like-
or Doom.
This
Oh,
is more
God.
fun than Soda Drinker Pro, which is the only game I've played in the last like 7 years.
Ooh,
I remember
Soda
Soda
Drinker
What
Drinker
is
Pro.
Soda Drinker Pro? Come on. You can't just like
Uh-oh.
drop that and then like not fill in the details.
There are like I think 300 levels, and on each level your job is to drink a soda.
Whoa.
But the levels are like, you know, a day at the park, a day at the fair, you're at the movies, and then it's like you're inside a giant's mouth.
I will say this, you might like Fallout because it is very similar. It is also
Oh,
a
wow.
soda drinking game. You might be very much into it. And some of the levels or dungeons are you break into the soda making factory at certain points, so give it a
I
try.
like-
Whoa.
I
still
like
gotta play on
rules
the
so
Think
much
Dad
in
side.
regular life that it's like not fun as a hobby. You know what I'm saying? No, I like my space organized. I like my I have checklists and shit. To relax, I want something sort of chaotic,
I get that.
or just like pointless.
Yeah, I don't have a violent game like that. I have all the games that require me to have feelings. It's kind of annoying.
Oh,
Oh,
Doom actually doesn't want you to have any feel.
that's true. That's true.
But the but yeah, there's some stuff in the chat. Matt, you got the same taste in games because he's also been playing No Man's Sky and Doom. He also has an incredible GameCube. Chris has been playing Euro Truck Simulator, a classic of the genre.
Yes.
And also, people complimenting this, the best of Atari's 2600 music chip. With this incredible soundtrack. This is the best platforming of 1983 can provide if your parents were not rich enough to buy a ColecoVision and play the Smurfs game.
Speaking of soundtracks though, and trucks, what about that truck simulator with the song?
Oh wait, people asking, is this Bobby of note? Any particular Bobby?
Oh.
This is just Bobby. And Bobby needs to go
Bobby.
home. And we're gonna bring him home. His mom, can you hear
So
his
is
mom?
home the right side of the screen? Is that how this works?
Home is on the right side of the screen, yes. And Bobby, oh! I did
Yeah.
not go home.
Killed him.
Bobby.
Oh,
I mean, he went home in like the spiritual sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh man, Bobby's not doing too good. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get Bobby home, but we're gonna try. I'm so sorry because you were mentioning Euro Truck Simulator and you got real excited. There's actually another piece of game art for this, and it is like it was harrowing, but I couldn't get a good quality image. It's like the back of a child with bats storming down on him in the dark. Like it's much
Wow.
different than the cute little thing on the side here.
This is what I'm
Wow.
saying. Like in old times, we would seek out this kind of drama and peril,
Yeah.
and not have it just like piped into our eyelids and just be like the truth about the world. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Just a
Real.
gentle tale
I-
of Bobby wants to go home.
It's relatable.
Sarah, by the way, I just want to mention your coat is amazing.
Oh yeah,
thank
you look
you.
very glamorous. I'm
Working
wearing a
on it. Yeah, this is
sweatshirt
my-
and tights because that's what I've been wearing all year, and symbolic of
Yeah.
what I've been doing.
Well, that's what I'm wearing underneath this coat, but the coat's very
However,
fancy.
full beat. I did do that. I for the first time in a long time, I bothered to put my face on.
Good.
Thank you.
I do also like,
very
Sarah,
proud of
that you
myself.
have your wine glass in the foreground. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, right there.
yeah.
You look so
Cheers.
authoritative. You got the book going on. Like, clearly you've got
Uh-huh.
plans and you were making them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
well,
in the
so
book?
I'm drawing an effigy of 2020.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
So what should go on the effigy? I'm gonna burn it later.
Oh, let's bring you up
Ooh,
here.
God, there's so many good things to
All right.
put on there.
You got the effigy.
What annoyed me the most?
All right.
Can
Yeah.
you do something that symbolizes aliens, like a weird UFO, that UFO thing, right?
Ooh.
You know what I'm
What-
talking
what
about?
Oh, the-
UFO thing.
The like
With
UFO distraction thing.
Yes,
Like
with
that-
Tom Opus
yeah.
from fucking Blink 182. That, believe it or not, of all the things that have happened
Tom
in 20,
DeLonge, Tom Opus.
I don't
There we
know, I
go.
had too much to drink.
We've got a UFO.
I will say this:
Yeah.
that was the one thing out of everything that happened in 2020. We're talking global pandemic, and then Trump being in the White House. That, like, the reveal of the aliens via Blink 182 is what broke me 2020.
No shit.
Not even kidding. Like, he was there when I just broke down. He thought I was laughing hysterically.
Yeah,
but
it was literally like a movie thing where someone starts laughing maniacally and then starts crying, and I was like downstairs, probably playing No Man's Sky. I was like, "Honey, are you? Wait, what's? Oh, what's?
It was
are you?
so bad.
Oh my God, what's wrong? Oh, by the way,
I
that's
was
the COVID
screaming.
bat, as Chris mentions that the bat here is the COVID bat.
Oh,
and
the
now
COVID
Bobby's
bat.
safe. Oh shit!
Oh.
I-
Get in.
the whole time I was
I'm
just
gonna draw
screaming
the
at him,
COVID
like
bat.
screaming, I want things to go back to normal.
Nothing
Because
is
it was
real.
just too crazy. It was like my brain was like, hey girl, did you like
Whoa.
know that what? Hey, man.
Did y'all watch Bake Off? A man makes a Tom DeLonge cake.
Ooh, I don't
Yes!
know if I can
Oh,
handle
Oh,
that.
what?
Yes,
I don't know if I
It's
can
so
handle
good.
that. That would
it's so good. You can
That'd be
handle
too
it,
much.
Jasmine. You can handle it. You need it.
They've made me cry once.
Yes!
And I'm
Bobby
not
made it over the ridge!
Oh wow, that's
Fuck! Fuck!
Yay!
It's so
Way to
slow.
go,
How do I
Bobby.
hit that pink thing? Fucking goddamn it!
Is it a
Don't know what it is. It's Ari. It could be any. It could be his mom.
My
Oh.
parents met at a the fuck are they called? Arcade
Really?
in a mall in 1984, I believe.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's the year I was born.
And
You know what that
my
means?
my dad worked there, and my mom says she like passed out behind a machine.
What? Oh no.
Don't know
Did it
why.
drag her out? That's their meet cute.
Well, I don't want to drag my mom on a YouTube channel or anything.
Wow.
It's all good.
Anyway,
That's
2
funny.
years later, I was born. So
Aw. That's fine. My
Good.
family's done far worse. So what else are we going on this 2021 main here? We got the COVID
here's
bat.
Jordan. Hi.
Hi, Jordan.
Jordan!
He
Hi.
brought me a soda.
It was looking
He's a
snazzy.
nice person. I know. The
I was gonna wear
sweater.
my sequin thing,
The
and I
tie.
didn't.
Yeah, when
Everyone's
did
so
you
much
get
better
dressed up?
dressed than me.
While you were doing this.
Oh. So I don't even get to enjoy it because I'm like crouched on the floor in the bedroom.
There's always
It's
the
a good
recording.
program. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris says hi too. Okay. Bobby
Yay.
definitely has some hang time here. He's also dressed up like one of the Three Friends and Jerry kids.
Chris with the CH or Chris with the K?
Chris with the C. CT. Chris. tell
Okay,
mom.
good. Because Chris with the K is my mom, and I'd be in trouble for airing her
Mm.
business on the YouTube.
You couldn't do worse than something I did. I hosted our talent show a couple years in a row in high school, and since I was the MC and had to like make small talk, I would proceed to just tell embarrassing family stories, which were a crowd pleaser. And mom was, I don't know, she was a good sport, but I don't know. Hi mom, if you're on or watching us on a recording later.
Hi, Dave's mom.
I could tell
Wait, do you
everyone the
think she'll
story
watch
I
it?
told, which was the story of my mom's an animal rescue person, and she rescued some possums at one point. And we actually, they're like baby, like, yeah, they were like, you know, pulled off the mom after a car accident, and so we would feed them with an eyedropper and put them in the waterbed that my mom had on warm. That
Oh.
was their substitute, like, couch, with
Aw.
eyedropper milk, and yeah. The oh, Jordan saw himself on TV because of the awesome delay. But the yeah, so my mom, ooh, almost, that's a killer, the killer of Bobbies. So, but at one point, one of the possums has got a little older, you know, it was actually starting to move around on its own. They all were, and it fell off the bed. Still a little tall for it, and it stopped moving. And mom was like horrified that there was a dead possum in there. Does what all country people do, or at least in our family. Put it in the wood stove. to get rid of it. And then
What?
I come home and
Oh, I
I'm
don't like this story at
Why are
all."
there 3 possums and not 2? And she's like, oh, well, one of them died, so we... What do you mean the possum died? She's like, well, it fell down and it in the stove, wood stove. And I was like, sure wasn't playing possum? What are you talking about?
Oh
Playing possum.
Aw.
Well, like I didn't. It was like kind of like stiff and it wasn't moving. It's like they do that.
Oh
And yeah.
I will say this. Thinking about it though, I'm gonna
R.I.P.
give her some
possum.
credit. Maybe it was cold.
God. It could have been cold. It could have been
It
cold.
could have been cold.
True.
no! Let's not
And
just hope it was
possums?
cold.
They do get a little cool though. They
I don't-
actually do that. They slow their heart down.
But how smart are they? Because I feel like at a certain point, I'm sorry, but if you thought I was dead and then moved me close to a furnace, I would have said something.
True.
I don't know. Call me old fashioned,
True.
but I feel like I would have spoken up.
So you're settling the 2 decades now old argument. The
I'm gonna
possum
say he was
certainly
straight up dead. I'm
That
gonna
makes
say he was
sense.
dead. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say he was dead. You
Animal
know,
babies die real easy, unfortunately.
yeah, they don't have healthcare.
No.
I mean, then again, I don't either. So look at me.
Oh.
It's definitely
The
a
joys of
tease.
being in the U.S.
Moving here and then the border instantly closes.
If anyone from Canada is
Ugh.
watching, I'm open to marriage.
Same. It's fine.
We'll make it work. We don't care.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for healthcare
Nice.
and like
Oh, anywhere
a
except
different life, like
I'd rather prefer not Alberta, but I'll even do Alberta.
I don't
That's
even
fine.
care at this
Look.
point. Like, whatever.
What about
Yo,
Newfoundland?
Newfies, you're weirdos. I'm fine with
Sure.
that.
Although I have
Okay.
a friend who is from Montreal, and she's willing to make it work. We've had several conversations. Like, we don't care.
She was on the show. You
Ooh.
can look up the episode of Stupid Friend Show with Tao Song, where she didn't actually talk about dating in Kuwait, which was a shame because she has the funniest stories about rich guys driving up to her, then throwing a phone into the car, and
New
then
one,
calling,
brand
and
new.
calling her brand new phone and saying, "Hey, you want to go?" Oh,
Ah!
okay. Well, you can keep the phone. Oh, thanks. I was
Holy
gonna-
shit!
It's she like that actually
Wow.
happened to her. She was like in a cab. Somebody threw in a brand new iPhone, like the new one that just came out, and it called. He called, and she picked it up, and she was like, "Hi," and he's like, "Yeah, since you have my phone now, do you want coffee?" He's like, "Yeah, I know. I'm got
Oh.
other stuff going on." He's like, "It's cool. Enjoy the phone." She's like, "He's thanks," and that's her
I'm
fucking
good.
life. She's still in Kuwait and living her best life, and I hope someday I can visit her because,
Pretty
Duh.
fun life.
like she has like all these
Yeah.
crazy ass adventures and
Well, yeah, Matt's signing off. Always start signing off. It's
we'll
late.
have to. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
it's a new year. We are living in 2021 at this point.
Matt's off. We
We're
got.
You're in the
future.
future.
We are in the future.
All the way in the future.
Matt's
Shit,
off
yeah.
to you.
Chris mentions it's only in 11 months we're gonna start talking about the Grinch again. That's right.
Thank you,
It's
Chris.
hard. It's
Hey,
just
Sarah, how's
No.
how's your
I'm scared.
sacrificial creature going?
Well, let's see.
Can you
I've
put
got,
Mitch McConnell on there?
Oh yeah, big turtle.
Yeah.
Can you put
okay,
like
I'll
Mitch
draw a
McConnell?
turtle.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Draw a
I was
turtle.
thinking of something.
Bye,
I
Skylar.
didn't know what to do
Kiss your
for
babies
Donald
for me.
Trump, so I just put up a
I'm
flaming
gonna break out my
cross.
tarot cards after this and get a good reading to see what's going on. for the
Ooh,
next
Ooh, I
couple
like
years.
it. Okay, yeah.
Looking
So we've
good.
got that was a MAGA hat, but it didn't really work out, so I scribbled it out. We've got a UFO. We've got a turtle,
Nice.
Mitch McConnell. We've got the COVID bat. We've got a burning cross, which is a little more direct than a MAGA hat. And then let's see, what do we got? Oh, we have a clock for the horrible mechanization of our experience of life through time and required productivity.
Nice.
Anything else that should go on here?
Ooh,
What
see,
else
we
do you wanna
got
leave
Mitch
in 2020?
McConnell. We had
Fuck Mitch McConnell.
aliens
UFOs.
appearing. What else was just kind of like, god damn?
I
I mean,
for me, having to watch the really dumb NASA administrator talk all the time, that guy sucks. He's
Oh.
quitting because Trump's not president anymore. He had a big baby quit. Is very funny. I can't work with
Oh,
Joe
that's
Biden.
awesome.
hell, I can't either.
Wow, fuck
honestly,
that guy.
TBH.
Bye,
Oh, yeah,
bitch.
Jordan's wondering, Sarah, where are you at in Oregon?
Oh, Portland.
Portland.
Never heard of it.
No, that's not a real place. Not a real place.
Mela, if you're watching, I stand. Still watching. If not, I know you are partying, but
Oh,
I stand.
Well, this has been awesome. has been very fun.
We made it.
Thank
sort
you all
of.
so much for coming on to this
Yay.
extremely long and fun stream. I hope you all both had fun. Two of our dearest
Totally.
friends. Aww.
Good to see
I know, we
you.
last saw you almost a year ago.
Party
Oh,
time.
wow.
I know. Yeah, I had a picture of Jasmine from New Year's Eve, and I was like, oh, she was like literally in my house a year ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, I spent New Year's with her. at
Was
her
that the
house.
night we were like up till 3 in the morning watching TV, and my like landlord texted me for the first time in 12 years to be like, excuse me, how dare you?
No, it was we were at the Ruby Room, and then I spent the night at your house.
Oh, yep.
Oh, nice.
And we
That's
had
a
moderately
great place
priced
to ring in the
champagne.
new year. Fuck, we should have known.
One extra request, Sarah. Please draw Zoom.
Yes.
No more Zoom from Skylar.
Zoom. Wait, how do we make
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
a...
a
we're
good
currently
one.
using it to have fun. It is an
Yeah.
arduous tool which we hate.
We do.
Yay!
I'm actually
Yay.
just gonna
Hey.
I'm gonna put in Microsoft Teams because I have to use that for work, and God, fuck Microsoft Teams.
Oh yeah,
Right,
fuck
there we go.
Teams even more.
Fuck Teams.
Oh, Teams
it's so
is
bad.
horrible.
It's so bad.
Ugh.
It's so painful. It's so painful, and we use it all the
Messages on
time.
Slack. Yes, it was emailed to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
may more
well, my
good
neighbors
things
are
happen.
excited.
I bet. Oh, and Jordan asks, are you in North Portland?
No, I'm in Southeast Lent neighborhood. Jordan, are you in North Portland?
Was.
Jordan's in my living room,
Oh well, clearly not. Clearly not.
but he used to work at Cherry Sprout and live in Portland.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
No, and it was a little over a year ago. I was on Crashing on Sarah's couch. I had a gig.
Oh,
doing
that's
outdoor
right.
activities with people, and it was so much
That's
fun.
right.
And then
And
this year,
Jasmine,
I,
I
did
think
not get the gigs.
the last time I saw you was the last time I traveled.
Yes,
right
yes, it
before you moved to New
was.
York
We had
in like
brunch.
late January. We did have brunch.
Goddamn.
We walked around the lake.
God, remember brunch?
Oh
man. Brunch was
god,
so
yes,
good.
brunch. Not to go there, but I miss bottomless mimosas and fucking fatty egg plates.
Don't worry, many people are gonna go back to brunch soon and forget like anything bad's ever happened or that anything.
January
bad
20th.
Bad.
Brunch is back
Never
on the
happened.
menu, boys.
The one good thing about living out here is there is no brunch place. I have to do
Oh.
it here.
Well,
Well, there
It's
is.
fine.
It's just we've not been able to go.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
I
we've
don't
seen your
know what this
culinary
place is like
skills.
in normal. I've been here since COVID. I don't know. People look at me like I'm a hermit because I have to live this way. And they're like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
When we lost our cat, we went door to door. And that was what
Meeting
introduced us to
for
our
the
neighbors.
first time.
And we were like, hey,
Oh,
we
God.
know we should have done this earlier with cookies and good intentions, but we don't have a cat.
Yo, creme brulee, is that ready?
Oh,
It is not ready yet because it's going
Ugh.
to take a long time.
It's gonna take a
I'm
very
so
long
sorry.
How much? Sorry, Skylar.
It's like
Creme
another
brulee.
like 30 probably. But at some point I will take a picture of it. I should have
Put it on
known better. It
Twitter.
would have taken a long time. But I will say this, I did get it from a TikTok hack, and a lot of people are doing that with regular ice cream. It should
Ooh.
hypothetically work.
Yo, this is okay.
Yeah, no, the fish pie, I'm
This
gonna
is
say
not
this.
bad.
This is the
Yeah,
I
wait,
fuck with
my
this.
question is- Did you guys have a dinner before this, or was this like
No,
we're
this
pulling
is
out
it.
stops, this is our dinner
Every
plan,
time
we're
I do
having it at midnight, and it is fish
I had
pie.
dolmas.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
But for real, like everybody has their own ritual. My ritual legit was like 2020 did not get its shit together, so I legit made this weird fucked up cheap ass meal because 2020 didn't act right. If 2021 can pull it together, we get frog brawn champagne, but for right now, this is all you getting, bitch. Like, for
Skylar's
real.
calling it the crime brulee.
Yeah,
The crème
honestly, like
brulee.
legit. Like this is your warning 2021. Like I get it together.
You
Get
are
it together.
on notice.
And because of the fish pie thing, God help me, there's a 2000s era porn.
No.
My friend's up.
Wait,
No,
no,
there
no,
wasn't.
stop.
There wasn't.
Stop.
Dave,
Um,
you can stop. You can
You-
stop.
Here's the thing.
you know,
We went
it
from
turns out.
pie. Actually, that makes sense. Pie and fish, and then
Yeah,
porn,
that
sure.
does.
Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
mhm.
It was
Yeah,
the
Continue.
mama's good pie quote. Which is very funny. Mama, I just
Oh,
wanted
God, no.
Mama's good pie. Oh, is that what the
No.
boys are calling it now? Extremely funny line that has stayed with me for the rest of my life.
And it is a fish pie, so okay.
I'm so
you win.
sorry.
Sorry,
It's-
sorry to the good people
again-
at Naughty America.
I fuck with this. It's French fries. It's 2 McDonald's fish fillets, and then everything that you would need to make. I'm not. If this was like a frozen pie that I bought at the store and put into the oven and was like, sure.
Very calendar.
Yeah, this is like a frozen Mary Calendars where I'd be like, is it great? No. But do I know the difference? No. Like, that's
No.
kind of how I feel. Like, this is the best
My-
I can do in so short amount
My
of time.
question is, the fries from McDonald's, famously pretty good
Mm-hmm.
as is.
Mm-hmm.
Putting them on this fish pie, at least as good or better?
Yeah.
As good.
I mean,
As
I like
good.
them in fry format.
Here's the thing, though, too. I added a lot of butter, which can cover up a lot of stuff. It is the lipstick.
Oh,
butter
yeah.
is the lipstick that you would put on a pig. Like
Butter is the
legit,
indulgence
if you put butter
for
on
your
a pig, it's
sin.
gonna taste good.
Pigs are made of butter. That's why people like them.
Basically.
Right?
Delicious.
Delicious
All
meat
right.
butter.
We're gonna wrap
Well-
up. Sarah, Miranda, do you have any closing thoughts? Sarah, anything you want folks to check out, find you at?
No,
Words
I
of
just have to
wisdom?
take my dog inside. She's freaking out because the neighbors are setting off fireworks.
Oh, thank you for joining us, Miranda.
Happy New Year! Lovely to meet you, Miranda.
You too.
Number Station.
This
What's
has
the
been fun.
website?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. Just Google number station.
Oh, okay, because there was a really good one.
Or if you're as good as me, put number stations into duckduckgo.com.
Aha. Oh, Sarah's on, so now we've got our.
There's 2 Sarahs. And come to movie night if you want. And for the link to that, I have a private Twitter, so just DM Dave and ask him.
Yep. DM me. You know where to find me, Jasmine, and we'll get you out.
42
I'm somewhere.
TOSC. Every
42
Monday.
TOSC and Cosme. So fun. All right. Thank you again, Miranda. Awesome.
Bye.
Jordan,
Thank you so
everyone in
much
chat,
for this. I
you're all
really
great.
appreciate it. It made 2021 fine.
May 2021 not be as horrible. You all.
God, hopefully.
And perhaps I'll have something later this evening. On Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Friday.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get...